Hi, this is Beach Troll. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I'm dealing with the 2006 Chevy Cobalt. A couple of days ago, the check engine light came on. I scanned and the code was coming up P301, which is a misfire in cylinder 1. I cleared it out, and the next day I saw the check engine light came back on, so I rescanned it, and now it's saying a miscellaneous misfire P300. The symptom the car was doing, especially stopped at a traffic light or stopped in traffic, you could feel the engine sputtering when it was idling. This vehicle has, I think, roughly 164,000 miles on it. I don't believe the plugs, the spark plugs, the coil pack, or the ignition control module have ever been changed on this. So I purchased all three. I got the ignition control module from Amazon. It's ENA, and I think I paid $56 for that. And the coil pack I also got from Amazon. That's also ENA, and I paid, I think, $36 for that. The 4 spark plugs I got from O'Reilly Auto Parts. They're AC Delco. I'll show you what they look like. These are the spark plugs. I paid $12.99 for each plug. I probably overpaid, but I need to get this done. The first thing you want to do, we have to remove this cover, but in order to remove this cover, you have to take off the oil cap, set that aside, and then just take the cover right off. And once you get the cover off, you want to put your cap back on so no debris goes in there. And we're going to start. There are 4 10mm bolts that are holding the coil pack on, and the ignition module is attached to the coil pack. So we're just going to take these 4 bolts out and remove this whole thing out. But first, before we do that, we have to disconnect this electrical connector. In order to get this connector off, what you have to do, this white piece, you have to slide back and then press down on the black piece in the center and just slide it right off. And we'll just move that out of the way. Just going to remove those 4 bolts. I already removed 3, and this is the 4th. And once you get the bolts out, I started on the passenger side. I just gently lifted this edge up, and then I did the same on the right side, and it'll come out. In my circumstance, where is it? The one boot on the far right side was stuck in there. If that happens to you, you just pull it right out. What I'm going to do is just get a vacuum and just vacuum all this debris out, because you don't want this getting into your engine. Okay, I got it all vacuumed out. My next step is I'm going to use a spark plug socket, an extension, and a ratchet, and start taking out these spark plugs. I'm going to start on this side here. Okay, if you're having a hard time with your spark plug socket and ratchet, that when you loosen the spark plug, it won't come out inside the socket, there's a simple fix to get it out. You just want to use the boot that you took off your coil pack. Just insert it on top of the spark plug, push down, and then it'll come right out. And you can see that these spark plugs are really fouled up. So that was most definitely throwing the code. Okay, I have 2 out, and I have 2 more to go. You can see the comparison of the new plug to the old plugs, and that's really night and day, boy. What you want to do when you're putting your plugs in, I don't have the ratchet attached to the socket and the extension right now. You want to finger tighten it just to get it started. This way you don't cross thread anything. You want to go until you just feel some resistance. Okay, and then we'll move on to the other 3. Okay, now we're going to tighten it down with the ratchet. You don't want to go too tight. You want to go until you feel resistance, and you don't want to force it. You just want to get to that point where it's tight and you can't really go any farther. And then we'll do it for the other 3. Now our next step, this is the old coil pack rail. We need to remove these screws. There's 3 of them. It's a T15 bit. I don't know if you can see that. It's annoying that they do this, but you gotta have the right bit to loosen these out. We're gonna take out these screws because the new one did not come with the screws, so we have to reuse these. Can't really do it with one hand. I'll be back. Okay, I got those screws out from the ignition module. This is the new coil rail and the new coils that came with the rail. You want to use the new ones, obviously. You want to use some dielectric grease. I use this all the time, AGS, and it's never failed. You just want to put a little dab at the top of each boot. This will help with keeping moisture out and keeping a good connection, electrical connection. Okay, each boot has electrical or dielectrical grease on it. Now what you want to do is take your rail, gently put it in over the plugs, and just give it a sturdy push down. What I like to do is tighten it like you're tightening the lug nuts on a tire. Do one and then do the opposite. So I already did that down a little bit, so I'm going to do this one. Then we'll go over here. And then the last one. Okay, I'm just going to tighten these down snugly. Now we're just going to take our new ignition control module, just line up the connection here, give it a little push down, and now we're going to reinsert the screws and tighten it down. Okay, everything's back together. New plugs are in, new coil pack rail, new ignition control module. Now the last step, you just want to take off that oil cap again. And we'll get, oh, I almost forgot, that's not a good thing. We want to reconnect this electrical connector. Just slide it on and then push that weight tab forward to lock it into place. And we're good to go. And then we're just going to put the cover back on. Put your oil cap back on. And then we'll start it up, and the check engine light should go off on its own, if not right away after driving a few miles. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, kindly give a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.